Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 6 starts now.
It's getting worse every day. Over in the flooded Jefferson Chalmers neighborhood, people living there starting to voice their frustration with the city more loudly.
Alsey's accused of killing several women and leaving their bodies in abandoned Detroit homes. Tonight, a message from DeAngelo Martin's mother. Topping the news at 6, what goes through the mind of a mother when her son is suspected of being a serial killer?
We get a rare glimpse at that through a letter sent to a man who has tried to help DeAngelo Martin escape homelessness.
Sean Lay is live with that mother's message. And Sean, she's had her share of troubles too, hasn't she?
That's because she hadn't seen her son DeAngelo Martin in years. She herself serving a life sentence for murder and kidnapping. But she sent this heartfelt letter to a man named Joe Hicks, who had been looking after her son for years while he was homeless right here on Detroit streets.
DeAngelo Martin is my son, and I am writing to say thank you so much for helping my son.
It is a letter that came out of the blue.
Well, it's hard to describe. I've been praying that God would look after him. Really took me by surprise because I did not know where he was or what was going on with him.
The words packed with meaning for Joe Hicks, known as Brother Joe. The person writing him, Shantrinus Barker, the mother of suspected serial killer DeAngelo Martin. Through his homeless outreach ministry, Hicks looked out for Martin for years on Detroit's city streets.
Case number 1958.
Now Martin is under investigation for attacking, raping, and killing at least 3 women, maybe more. Martin's mom writing the letter from behind bars.
May God bless you for all that you have done for him.
Where she's serving a life sentence for kidnapping and murder.
It's just bizarre, you know, broken families, jails, the folks that are out in the street, just the danger that's involved in it. It's unbelievable. I'll have to get a hold of her somehow, some way, but she might, matter of fact, she might see this interview.
So DeAngelo Martin's mother having a message for Joe Hicks. I asked Hicks if he has a message for her. He says he is definitely thinking of her while she is behind bars because he truly believes this case will expand and expand in a big way. Back to you, Devin.
Well, in fact, let's talk about the case because I know you checked in on where things stood in the investigation.
No new charges as of yet. Several other cases still under investigation here. DNA, we're told, will certainly tell the clues here, will certainly tell the story once those results are in.
Yeah. All right, Sean. Steve.
So imagine you wake up every single day to find more of your home is swamped with water. We've shown you how bad the flooding has gotten in the Jefferson Chalmers neighborhood, and frustration is rising along with the water. Larry Spruill is live with an update on the struggles there. Larry, that is just a mess that seems to be getting worse.
Good evening, Steve and Devin. A huge mess. Now, neighbors here tell me they are running out of options. That's because the canal would not stop flooding. Take a look. As you can see behind me, the water is just flowing down this driveway. Now, neighbors here tell me that they are frustrated. The city says they are trying to do something about it, but someone else will have to pay the bill. It's all about surviving and protecting for these neighbors in this Jefferson Chalmers neighborhood. Their homes sit right next to the canal.
So we put down about 600 sandbags that we picked up, and it did stop some of the water.
But not all of it, says Michael Seeger. Water continues to swallow the canal. This is a view from Drone 4 up above of the flooding in this neighborhood.
It's not stopping. The only real way to fix this is replace seawalls.
And that frustration continues to grow. Recently, the city passed out this notice of emergency order saying they were going to fix the issue, but with stipulations.
It says that the property owners are responsible for paying any costs involved with whatever they do. And you don't even have a choice in that. I don't see how the city can be blaming the residents and, people that live over here for this issue when, we can't control this.
And again, this has been going on for weeks now. The city says they are planning to fix this. I did reach out to the city about the letters that these neighbors have been receiving. They tell me that they were supposed to send us a statement, but as of right now, we have not heard back. We are live in Jefferson Chalmers tonight. Larry Spruill, Local 4.
Such a mess for those folks. Thank you, Larry. certainly we will keep an eye on it.
Yeah, you got it. In Ypsilanti Township tonight, a man is held in custody after shooting and killing someone he thought was an intruder. It was actually his wife. Happened on DeSoto near Ecorse Road near the Willow Run Airport. Washtenaw County Sheriff's Department says they expect to release the husband soon. They are working, though, to understand what exactly happened in the family home early Thursday morning. That's when the husband says he thought his wife and 2 young kids were asleep and that someone else was in their home.
He grabs his weapon, he goes to look, and what he sees is a shadowy figure. He pulls the trigger. Unfortunately, he winds up killing his wife.
The husband was the one who called police when he realized what had happened. The sheriff's office working with prosecutors. The prosecutor's office will, of course, decide whether charges will be filed. The 2 young kids who were at home during the shooting have been sent to stay with other family members for now.
Police say the smiling man, a man smiling in his mugshot, used the dating app Grindr to track down 2 gay men who he then robbed and shot, killing one of them. 26-year-old Demetrius Nelson arraigned on a charge of first-degree murder and more in connection with that attack. Prosecutors say the attack happened July 6th in Detroit. They say Nelson attacked the men simply because they were gay. Nelson will be kept in jail until his next court appearance next week.
It's been a day of protest over immigration issues. This morning at the ICE office on Mount Elliott, we saw about 24 people protesting the raids that are reportedly planned for this Sunday. Right now, another protest happening over at the Rosa Parks Federal Building, and Coco McAvoy standing by there. Coco, this one has to do with the treatment of migrant families.
That's right. The name of this protest is called Lights for Liberty. It's part of a nationwide demonstration happening in several cities across the country. Now, the people are protesting the detention centers along the southern border that are housing undocumented families. They believe that the detention centers are inhumane and should be closed. And you can see a lot of their feelings are being expressed in their signs here at this protest. They're also chanting. There's people honking in the street as they're seeing their signs. Now, of course, this also comes as ICE plans to raid several cities across the country this weekend. Now, ICE has repeatedly said that they target and arrest people who have a criminal background, but many activists say that is not the case across the board. So they're out here protesting that as well. Now, there are at least over 100 people out here right now as we speak, but this protest just kicked off. They're planning to go throughout the night, and the crowds are expected to continue to grow. Back to you.
All right, Coco, 10 cities expected to be targeted in particular this weekend, and we'll be following the story throughout the next couple of days. All right, now to a Local 4 update into the stabbing death of a 17-year-old boy during a graduation party in Taylor.
Wayne County Prosecutor Kim Worthy has charged 16-year-old Giancarlo Delgado in the stabbing death of 17-year-old Cameron Petty. Last week, a fight broke out at the Knights of Columbus Hall in Taylor, just off Telegraph Road. That's where Delgado allegedly stabbed 3 young men, fatally wounding Petty. A judge will have the option to treat Delgado as a juvenile or as an adult. Macomb County officials say they need a new jail, but a poll shows voters are not so enthusiastic about a tax hike to pay for it. Here are some of the images of the proposed $375 million jail, which the county hopes can replace the old one in use since 1951. But a poll of 400 people shows 60% of them oppose a millage to raise money for the jail. Instead, voters say roads and infrastructure are the top issues facing Macomb County. Macomb County is considering putting the millage proposal on this year's ballot.
Big auto collaboration announced this morning. Ford and Volkswagen teaming up. The 2 automakers announced plans to invest in the autonomous vehicle company Argo AI. The plan is to share the electric vehicle platform and the self-driving software. Partnership likely to save each company hundreds of millions of dollars. Ford and VW expect to develop self-driving commercial vans and pickups in selected global markets starting in 2022. Not that long from now.
Let's get a check on the national stories you'll see on NBC Nightly News at 6:30.
Lester Holt joins us live from New York City with a preview. Hi there, Lester.
Hey, Steve and Devin. We're going to take you to a place where artificial intelligence is taking over in some ways never seen, even being used to rank people. Also, the story behind some dramatic video of a sheriff's deputy saving the life of a 12-day-old baby. It's something else.
Yeah, Lester, this started from a traffic stop, right?
Yeah, the driver heading to the hospital. The deputy pulled it over for speeding. What he found inside was captured on his body cam. Some intense minutes where a baby's life was in the balance. We'll have the story in the pictures when we see it tonight.
Wow. Thanks, Dustin. You know, there are so many benefits to exercise, but can working out actually make you smarter?
New research on that. We've got that coming up in Good Health. But first, here's Andrew.
Very appropriate. Good evening for a jog outside. We're looking at temperatures in the low 80s, still comfortable, but right on our doorstep, hotter conditions. 87 in Chicago. We'll feel some of that heat this weekend, but any showers? More on that and Tropical Storm Barry coming up.
And up next, a story we really have been waiting all day to bring you. A special honor for a local 98-year-old man who fought in 2 of World War II's deadliest battles. The award he's now getting nearly 75 years later. Stick around for this one.